Are y'all gonna call Candace Parker racist too? Hey, yo. Oh, no. Candace Parker versus Angel Reese is getting spicy out here.
And yeah, people aren't happy because Candace Parker is not proclaiming Angel Reese to be the best player in the world. And by the way, Angel Reese was...
Candace Parker just labeled Angel Reese a C-tier player, and the internet is losing its mind. But the real shock isn't the fan reaction. It's why a WNBA legend felt the need to drop such a ruthless evaluation. Parker didn't just give a take. She exposed the massive divide between Angel Reese's social media-driven fame and her disappointing on-court production. This wasn't trash talk. It was a blunt, professional breakdown of a player whose game doesn't live up to her brand. And once you look at the stats, it's obvious why that one comment sparked an all-out clash between a real basketball icon and a modern influencer.
Uh-oh, Candace Parker. You've upset the Reese's Pieces and they're not happy about it. They're gonna be coming after you any second. Oh, they're already coming after you. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Candace Parker asked to put certain players in a tier list. You have the S tier, you have the A tier, you have the B tier, and you have the C tier. And where Candace Parker put Angel Reese on this list and her explanation about it, it has upset a large number of the Reese's Pieces delegation.
The flashpoint came during a segment on Complex Sports, where Candace Parker was given what seemed like a simple task: rank today's WNBA players into tiers. At the top, the S tier, the God tier. She placed the league's unquestioned powerhouses, Aya Wilson and Breanna Stewart, players with MVPs and championship hardware. Right below them in the A tier, she listed the true game changers, offensive engines like Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu, stars actively reshaping the modern WNBA. Everything looked like a standard, straightforward breakdown from a seasoned analyst until the moment that froze the entire panel. When Angel Reese's name came up, Parker didn't pause for even a second. She dropped Reese straight into the C tier, not as an emerging superstar, not as an elite talent, but as a still-developing player with undeniable weaknesses in her game. For Parker, it was a purely performance-based judgment. But for Angel Reese and her massive, fiercely protective fanbase, it landed like a direct insult, a blatant sign of disrespect they weren't willing to tolerate.
Candace Parker, a lot of y'all say she's the GOAT, right? 3 championships, 2 MVPs, Rookie of the Year MVP in the same year, and now Candace Parker ain't shit. She tap dancing. We see why Gino and her had the problems they had, and she's a coon and selling out. All this because she don't want to force glaze Bricklayer Reese the way that y'all do.
The backlash hit almost instantly. Fans exploded across social media, but the most explosive response came from Angel Reese herself. She didn't have to mention Candace Parker directly. Her aim was obvious. Reese jumped onto X, formerly Twitter, and dropped a short, venom-filled post that everyone knew was directed at Parker. Clout is one hell of a drug. The message cut like a knife. Reese was implying that Candace Parker, a 3-time champion, 2-time MVP, and future Hall of Famer, was using her name for attention. With that single passive-aggressive jab, the discussion shifted from pure basketball to something much more personal. Reese had drawn a battle line, trying to paint a legend's honest evaluation as nothing more than a desperate attempt to stay relevant. It was a bold swing, but one that was about to blow up in her face in spectacular fashion.
Uncle KC was right? Again? Not only was Uncle KC right, he now has a WNBA legend repeating his brilliant observations of pretend basketball? How many times have I said Angel Reese is not an impact player? I mean, she definitely has an impact on losing, but Angel Reese has absolutely no effect on winning.
Reese's clout-chasing accusation created a level of irony so massive it practically exposed the entire root of this feud. Just look at the careers side by side. Candace Parker has zero to prove to anyone. She's a 3-time WNBA champion, winning titles with 3 different teams, a historic achievement that shows unmatched versatility and leadership. She won MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season, a once-in-a-lifetime accomplishment that no one has duplicated since. And she did all of this while pregnant with her first child, a display of mental and physical strength that's almost unreal. When she finished dominating on the court, she shifted effortlessly into a top-tier media role as TNT's lead analyst, earning universal respect for her elite basketball IQ. Candace Parker isn't chasing clout. She is the clout. She is the establishment.
Thinking where she put Angel Reese in the C tier has caused a riot. It's caused a riot. Angel Reese is not feeling it. She took to Twitter and fired off a sub. She's subbing, y'all.
Now compare that to Angel Reese. Her entire rise, from the LSU title run to her entry into the WNBA, has been driven less by dominance on the court and more by social media strategy and carefully curated controversy. Her brand thrives on drama, manufactured rivalries, and constant headline chasing. Yes, she's landed big endorsement deals, but her actual organic influence? Much shakier. Her own podcast, fittingly called Unapologetic, routinely struggles to hit even 5,000 views per episode, an embarrassingly low turnout for someone with millions of followers. Her fame is built on marketing, image, and online theatrics, which makes her accusation even more ridiculous. A player whose entire public identity depends on clout, accusing Candace Parker of clout chasing isn't just ironic. It's completely absurd.
These people will disrespect and turn their back on their own family if it means bowing down and defending Angel Reese. These people will abandon their children if it means defending Angel Reese. It's hilarious how anybody that does not force glaze this girl and prop her up.
Angel Reese, clout is one hell of a drug. Like, it really gets to a point. And by the way, this is because a tiny clip of Candace Parker's podcast is this.
No way, shape, or form am a hater. What player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Parker's C-tier ranking wasn't some cheap jab. It was a precise, clinical breakdown of Angel Reese's actual skill set. And her explanation made the blow even harsher. When asked to clarify, Parker laid out the criteria. To land in the A or S tier, a player must be a top-scoring option, someone capable of carrying an offense on their shoulders. Then came the devastating line, a compliment that sliced deeper than any direct insult. Parker said Angel Reese is great at her role, specifically offensive rebounding. In pro basketball, that's the gentlest possible way of calling someone one-dimensional. She wasn't applauding Reese's effort. She was highlighting the ceiling of her abilities. Parker was essentially saying Reese isn't a creator, not a go-to scorer, not a franchise anchor, just a specialist, a role player. And for someone who brands herself as the face of the league, that kind of honest evaluation was nothing less than a public humiliation.
Then you got Angel Reese. I put her right at that C level. I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year. I think that this is my tier.
If Parker's comments were the accusation, then Angel Reese's own numbers are the undeniable proof. Her second-year stats don't just back up Parker's argument. They practically shout it. Reese's field goal percentage has collapsed to an abysmal 31.1%. For context, most solid WNBA forwards shoot 45% or better. Reese is shooting at a rate that would have almost any other player glued to the bench. That percentage means 2 out of every 3 shots she takes are bouncing off the rim. Her turnovers? They've skyrocketed, nearly doubling from her rookie season, climbing to almost 4 per game, including a jaw-dropping game where she coughed up the ball 9 times. This isn't what growth looks like. This is a full-scale, 5-alarm regression.
What did Angel Reese have to say? She said clout is one hell of a drug, like it really gets to a point. She also retweeted something somebody said, but that was taken down. that was taken down. Look, Angel Reese ain't happy with Candace Parker, y'all. Angel Reese ain't feeling this. You got me in the C tier. But you know what's crazier? Candace Parker ain't backing down. She's standing on business. She's standing on business, bro. We got to take a look.
This story has grown far beyond Candace Parker versus Angel Reese. It's now a clash between facts and feelings, real legacy and manufactured clout. Angel Reese is at a crossroads. She can listen to legends like Parker and business minds like Ice Cube, drop the ego, and actually develop into a complete player. Or she can keep hiding behind an echo chamber, attacking criticism while her flaws turn her into a liability. The decision is hers: evolve into a real star, or be remembered as an influencer who couldn't face the truth.